Hello students, in last class we studied the introductory part on the thermodynamic potential and one of the thermodynamic potential internal energy. Okay, today we learn the another remaining three thermodynamic potentials, that is namely enthalpy, Helmholtz function and Gibbs free energy. Okay, these are the three important thermodynamic potentials. We can see one by one. In the second important thermodynamic potential is enthalpy. Okay, the enthalpy is a thermodynamic potential of a system which is equal to the internal energy plus the product of pressure and volume. Okay, enthalpy gives the total heat content, or enthalpy gives the total heat energy of the system. Okay, the function H represents the total heat. Enthalpy is represented by a letter capital H and it is given by the internal energy U plus the product of pressure and volume. Okay, this is the enthalpy. But the name enthalpy suggested by K. Owens is prepared. Then differentiating this equation, we get dH is equal to du plus, here there is a product of pressure and volume, hence we can differentiate it by keeping constant P, differentiate the volume, then by keeping the volume constant we can differentiate pressure. Okay, understood? Then here we already derive it. See, dH is equal to du plus P into dV plus V into dP. From the equation we get du is equal to T ds minus P into dV. This is the internal energy. Okay, then put the value of du, we get dH is equal to T ds minus P dV is the value of du plus P into dV plus V into dP. Okay, then make cancellations and the remaining terms are dH is equal to T ds plus V into dP. Thus the enthalpy is the function of independent variables S and P. Okay, if any process is carried out at a constant pressure, when the pressure is constant, dP is equal to 0. Okay, when the pressure is constant, dP gets 0, so that the equation becomes dH is equal to T into ds, because dP is 0, that is dq. dH is equal to dq. That is, for any system, if the heat is supplied at constant pressure, then the change in enthalpy is equal to the heat supplied dq. Change in enthalpy is equal to the heat supplied to the system. Hence, enthalpy is termed as the total heat function or heat content. Okay, this is regarding the enthalpy of the system. It gives the total heat content of the system. Okay, understood? Then the next function is the Helmholtz function, which is principal thermodynamic potential. It is also called as Helmholtz free energy or thermodynamic potential at constant volume. It is defined by the equation F is equal to U minus Ts, where U is the total internal energy, T is the temperature, S is the entropy, and F is the Helmholtz function. Okay, now differentiating this, we get dF is equal to du minus T into ds minus S into dt. Okay, then put the value of du again in equation we get putting the value of du, we get df is equal to t into ds minus p into dv minus t ds minus s into dt. Then make cancellations and get the final equation df is equal to minus p into dv minus s into dt. Okay, the Helmholtz function is a function of independent variables t and v. Okay, for an irreversible isothermal change dt is equal to 0. Okay, for an irreversible isothermal change dt gets 0, hence put the value of dt is 0 in equation and we get df is equal to minus p into dv, that is minus dw. Okay, this means that in reversible isothermal changes, Helmholtz free energy is used to perform external work. Thus, the function F is available energy at constant temperature. From the equation, we get U is equal to F plus Ts. Rearranging the equation, we get U is equal to F plus Ts, that is the internal energy of the system consists of two parts, the free energy which is available energy in a reversible isothermal change, that is F, and Ts which is U minus F is called the latent heat. This is called the latent heat of the system, latent energy of the system. Okay, hence we get the total internal energy is equal to the Helmholtz function plus latent energy. Okay, this is regarding the Helmholtz functions. Then the next is Gibbs function. This one is the last thermodynamic potential, which is important. It is also called as Gibbs free energy or thermodynamic potential at constant pressure. In Helmholtz function, there the at constant volume, and here we put the constant pressure. Okay, thermodynamic potential at constant pressure. It is defined by the equation G is equal to H minus Ts. H is the enthalpy, T is the temperature, S is the entropy. Okay, but we know that H is equal to U plus PV. Okay, then put the value of H in equation, we get we have G is equal to H minus Ts, where H is the enthalpy and enthalpy is given by the equation H is equal to U plus PV. Then put the value of H in equation, we get G is equal to U plus PV minus Ts. Okay, but Helmholtz function is given by F is equal to U minus Ts. Okay, F is equal to U minus Ts. Okay, hence we get G is equal to F plus PV. F plus PV. From the equation we get H is equal to G plus Ts, that is the enthalpy is equal to Gibbs free energy plus latent energy. Enthalpy is equal to Gibbs free energy plus latent energy. Then differentiating this equation, we get dg is equal to dh minus tds minus s into dt. Differentiating the equation 9, we get dg is equal to dh minus T ds minus S into dt. From the equation we get dH is equal to T ds plus V into dP. Then again modifying the equation, we have dg is equal to V dP minus S into dt. The Gibbs function is a function of independent variables P and T. Gibbs function is the function of independent variables P and T. Okay. This is regarding the Gibbs free energy. Hence, here we completed the thermodynamic potentials. 4 thermodynamic potential. First one is internal energy, second is enthalpy, third is Helmholtz functions, and the fourth one is Gibbs function. Okay, I hope you all get it. Thank you.